Friday, May 5th. Hello, everyone. This is W.A.K. William, host of the High Art on the Edge page. Today, I've got a very special announcement for you all. Part 2 of this big announcement. Part 1 was dropped last week. Thank you for tuning into that and for your lovely comments. Part 1 was just sharing with you the idea of me transitioning into a brand new career, which I'm super excited about. Very anxious to get the ball rolling. Lift it up from the bootstraps, and here we go. Roll up the sleeves. So, what will part 2 consist of? I'm actually going to talk to you about my plan as an event planner. And I have some questions along the way for you. And if you want to share them privately with me, you can, or post right there on the comment section. I would be greatly appreciative. So, part 2 of this big announcement is I am stepping out of the classroom. I was an educator for 20 plus years, and I am sliding into a new career as an event planner. That's correct. Here's what I would like to do to help support artists around the world and bring their vision to life. You see, my job will be to work with an artist, a photographer, a writer, a musician, a painter, a dancer, an actor, what have you. We get in contact with one another, and then I help them strategize and campaign for 4 to 8 weeks based on when the actual event will be, so they can showcase their content, their talent, their product, whatever it may be. And there will be several packages that they can choose from. And whatever package they choose, that will all be shared and discussed in our consultation meeting. During that promotional time, I will help that artist schedule out posts and a calendar that will allow us to share and express our interest not only in the product, but also the artist and what they do. We will talk about good posting times, good posting strategies, and I will encourage the artist and help he or she come up with a plan to stay connected to their fan base on social media. In that discussion, we will also talk about the main event. What does that event look like? How special should it be? How special will it be? So think of it in terms of like maybe a wedding event. What do you want to see happen on the day of your event? And I will make that happen to the best of my abilities. In addition to that work, I will provide tips and strategies along the way in conversation through emails, through video conversations, or through messaging on how to be a successful artist on social media to stay in the current minds of the fan base. So that's going to be more or less my role. And what excites me about this is that because I have done many interviews and have set up events with artists, I'm excited because when you host an event where the artist gets to express and share their passion and work with their fans, when the fans respond in a way that shows their enthusiasm, and the fan and the artist are conversing online during the event, you have those amazing little moments those seeds of inspiration that really makes the event shine and stand out. My work that I'll do as an event planner is something that I feel very passionate about and excited. I've done a lot of promotional stuff as an educator. And so now I want to get better and better and better at it as a social media event planner. Very soon, I'm going to share my brand new website. And on that website, it will give somewhat very detailed explanation of what I just shared. In addition, it will have the package prices, and it will have some sample work that I've done with artists and a list of artists that I have interviewed over time. And I'm hoping, and I know actually over time, the idea that this is going to be a major challenge in my life, I fully embrace. So I want to read to you something I started reading last week, and I think this is very applicable to the current situation where I am mentally. And this is The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, written by Mark Manson. You see, people want to start their own business, but you don't end up a successful entrepreneur unless you find a way to appreciate the risk, the uncertainty, the repeated failures, the insane hours devoted to something that may earn absolutely nothing. People want a partner, people want a good spouse, but you don't end up attracting someone amazing without appreciating the emotional turbulence that comes with weathering rejections, building the tension that never gets released, staring blankly at the phone that never rings. It's just part of the game called love. You cannot win if you don't play. You see, I was in love with the results. The image of me on stage, people cheering, rocking out, pouring my heart into what I was playing. But I was not in love with the process. And because of that, I failed at it repeatedly. Hell, I didn't even try hard enough to fail at it. I hardly tried at all. The daily drudgery of practicing, the logistics of finding a group and rehearsing, the pain of finding gigs and actually getting people to show up, the broken strings, the blown tune amp, hauling 40 pounds of gear to and from rehearsals with no car. It's a mountain of a dream and a mile-high climb to the top. And what it took me a long time to discover is that I didn't like to climb very much. I just like to imagine the summit. Fast forward a little bit. See, it's never ending upward spiral. And if you think at any point you're allowed to stop climbing, I'm afraid you're missing the point, because the joy is in the climb itself. And that is where I'm at. I love this climb, as treacherous it may be. It may take me over here and I may meander over there, and that's okay. I am ready, as I said earlier, to roll up these sleeves and help support artists around the world, incoming, experienced artists. Here are some questions for you. What transitions have you faced in a business manner? What strategies did you put in place when you were undergoing such an endeavor? What suggestions can you provide for me without giving away your secret tips? I want to hear from you if you've ever had to move into a different career. How did you sustain your health? Because we know it can take a toll. I have spent many hours in front of this computer, hunting, pecking, making adjustments to my website, reaching out, what have you. It's all part of the journey. And that's the hard part, right? But I am ready. So the third announcement will be the unveiling of my website, and we will start and launch and go. And that is going to happen next week. So thank you for tuning in for this very big special announcement. part 2. I appreciate it so much. And again, if you have any answers to those questions, I would love to hear from you privately, or you can put them in the chat box, whatever you feel most comfortable with. So get ready for High Art on the Edge event planning. The website will be unveiled soon, along with some other little treats. Take care, everyone. Keep listening to good art, looking at good art, but most importantly, high art. Ciao.